boys and girls. 4-year-old. 4-year-old school's on, friends. Miss Joyce is outside today. Last time we were together, we had a story about a garden and how the family were enjoy being in the garden and picking the vegetables, pulling the carrots and digging out the potatoes, and they had lunch in the garden. Today I wanted to let you know we didn't talk about worms in the garden. This is a book called Wonderful Worms. This is at our library. And you're going to learn how important it is that we have worms and how they help our plants grow. And remember, they're wonderful worms. So we're going to open the book. There's somebody's barefoot outside. That looks fun. Earthworms are fat and wiggly, just like my fingers and toes. Can you tell where the worms been in the ground, digging a tunnel? They're working for us to help our plants grow. Worms live where it is cool and dark and damp. That's where the roots spread out, like underground trees. Can you see the roots of the tree? Maybe you had not ever seen that before. Worms can feel sounds with their whole bodies. It feels like thunder to the worm when you walk on the ground. Worms are wonderful diggers. Can we remember that? They dig passageways and burrows, but they do not use shovels or fingers or toes. They stretch out long and thin and squeeze in short and fat. Stretch and squeeze, stretch and squeeze, eat and dig, move and dig. Yes, there's worms out in Miss Joyce's zinnia garden now. Oh, did you see the snake? Earthworms mix and turn the dirt. That's what they're doing in their little tunnel. They're tunneling in the earth. Look at those pretty flowers. They make the soil soft and airy so the roots of plants can breathe and grow. Worms do not have eyes, no ears, and no nose. They do have a mouth. Did you know that? They have a mouth. They can dig. They need food just like you do and like Miss Joyce. But they eat dirt and rotting leaves. That's what they like. Nighttime picture. Isn't that pretty? Oh, strawberries plant. Worms swallow little tiny pieces, and the food changes in their body. When the food comes out their tail end, it makes the earth rich, so our plants can grow. Oh, does anybody have a strawberry plant? Does your Nana have one? Earthworms are my helpers. Let's say earthworms are our helpers. The underground gardeners. We work hard in the dirt in my garden. My garden is a home for the wonderful worms. And that's the end of the story. I love this book. It helps me know how I should be thankful for the worms. Now let's share with the 4-year-olds a bug book, but you're going to like it because it has flaps. Beautiful, beautiful book. You know how you like flaps in a book. You see all the colors? This is called Bees and Wasps. Can you find a bee on this page? It is collecting a liquid that is called nectar. It comes from a flower. Wasps love sweet things. If a wasp is scared, it might sting, so do not bother it. This is a bumblebee looking for nectar. Is this a bee or a wasp on the peach? Can y'all tell that's a peach? We're supposed to lift the flap and see. It's a bee on the peach. And that was a good picture. Let's turn the page and see. Oh, let's talk about spiders. I know we see spiders at our house. Sometimes they're very tiny, aren't they? Spiders eat flies and other insects. They make sticky webs. You may not be able to see the web, but the spider has made a web. He wants to catch a fly. A spider makes a new web each morning. That's good to know. Spiders have oily feet. That way they do not get stuck in their own webs. Oh, wow. This fly just flew into the spider web. Uh-oh. Oh, here's some more about worms. Worms break up dirt as they burrow. That means as they move. This helps plants push their roots into the soil. A worm moves by stretching out the front of its body, and then it pulls its back part forward. Hello, worm. The worm has a mouth at one end, but you might not be able to see it. What can we look at now? Oh, butterflies. This is all in our bug book. Butterflies lay eggs on leaves, and you probably may already know that out of each egg comes a tiny caterpillar. The tiny caterpillar eats the leaves. It makes a case around itself. It is going to turn into a butterfly. After a few weeks, the butterfly will come out of its case. Some people call it a chrysalis. It stretches its wings and flies away. Look at that nice surprise in there. We like the story of the very hungry caterpillar, don't we? Then this tells us a little bit about flies. They taste with their feet. They walk on things to find out if they want them. We don't like it when they walk on our lunch, do we? It's very hard to swat flies because they are so fast. If a fly with dirty feet walks on your food, the dirt might make you have a tummy ache. A fly has big eyes. These eyes help it see what is happening all around it. And it has long wings so it can fly. And its mouth works like a sponge. It can soak up food just like a sponge. Now here's a little bit about ladybugs. We love to see ladybugs, and sometimes did you ever try to count their spots? And then they're talking about ants. An ant, when it finds food, will leave a trail for its friends so they can find some food too. That's nice, working to help our friends. And you've seen that, haven't you? When an ant, sometimes you'll see a trail of ants walking. This is like a snail. Slugs and snails like a cool place. My goodness, what is eating this lettuce? It's a snail. It uses its tongue to scrape off pieces of the leaf. Some birds will eat snails. They have to break the shell, though. This little snail says, I'm safe in my shell. Slugs and snails. Beetles. Oh, beetle bugs. Beetles like to live with the leaves and sticks, and they eat tiny insects. A beetle has two hard, shiny wing cases over its wings, and it keeps its wings safe. It's good to know. When a beetle flies, It holds its wing cases out of the way. And over here we have centipedes and millipedes. A centipede is very wiggly. You feel like a centipede sometimes? It eats smaller creatures and it has to run quickly to catch its food. And there we are. Some of the many tiny creatures that you might find in your garden. Miss Joyce can see them in mine. Isn't our world beautiful? What a beautiful, beautiful world. I'm glad to be with you today, out here on this sunny day. Goodbye to my fours. I hope you're having a happy, happy day. Bye from Miss Joyce and Charlie.